Hello and welcome to today's webcast with Arctic Paper, where we will present the first report of the quarter of 2024. After the presentation, there will be a Q&A, so stay past for that. And with that, I hand over the word to you guys.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome in the sunny day. I would like to present our financial result of Arctic Paper Q1 2024, and some comments regarding the financial performance of our key sectors. First of all, I would like to make a comment. It was a challenging period. Still, there are a lot of turbulence signals regarding the global European economy. But I think that we are quite good and we are quite resilient to find our way how to deliver the good result to the shareholders. The net sales was 7% lower compared to Q1 last year, but it was mainly due to lower prices of the pulp and paper. From the volume perspective, it was quite okay. We noticed significant improvement regarding volume of the sold paper compared to 1 year ago, and also significant drop regarding the EBITDA is mainly consequences of some turbulences on our pulp sector. Even despite the significant drop of EBITDA, the operating cash flow has been generated by the company during Q1 is significantly better compared to a year ago. It's over 78 million zlotys, and then 72 of this money has been invested to the pulp and paper sector. Looking for the segment results, I would like to emphasize that the EBITDA produced by paper is quite similar to what we had a year ago. Please also point out the Swedish krona is much weaker compared to other currencies, including Polish zlotys, during the last 12 years. Please also point out the Swedish units are reporting in Swedish krona, and then we have to convert into the Polish currency because our main reporting currency is in Polish zlotys. During the 12 months of this year, it was a weakness of the Swedish krona against Polish currency of 12%. It means that if we just calculate the result in Swedish krona based on the year ago exchange rate, the EBITDA of the paper segment this quarter was better compared to a year ago. Then I would like also emphasize that we have a very strong balance sheet. We are one of the best company in Europe in our pulp and paper sector with no debt. Even our liquidity situation is very, very good. From the volume perspective, significant improvement regarding the paper. A year ago, it was 113,000 tons of paper, and this quarter was near 150,000 tons of paper in Q1 this year. From the pulp perspective, it was near the same, around 80,000 tons per quarter. Looking for the performance of the paper sectors, I would like to emphasize that we have some significant changes regarding the prices compared to a year ago. Last year, 2022-23, was a little bit influenced by extremely good 2022, when the demand for the pulp and paper was extremely good. We were able to increase our results, and then still in Q1 last year, we were able to offer high prices to our customers, and the prices have been accepted. Compared to Q1 this year, we noticed drop between 8 to 9%. For the last 6 months, the prices in our sector was quite stable. Recently, due to increase of the pulp prices, we decided, like our competitors in Europe, to increase our paper prices to compensate inflation of the production cost. And then already since end of March, beginning of April, we see increase of the average paper prices. We also noticed significant improvement regarding capacity utilization rates. A year ago, it was 71%. Then, especially during Q2 last year, it was the lowest result during the last 15 years of history, close to 55%. And then, quarter by quarter, step by step, we were able to gain some market share. We were able to absorb more orders, and the utilization rate rise from 55 to 66 in Q3 last year, 70% last quarter last year, and then this quarter was 86%. And I hope that based off forecast for the next month, I think that we should keep similar level, around 80% plus, 80 to 85%. I also mentioned already that it was significant improvement regarding this production and sales volume, close to 30,000 tons extra this year compared to a year ago. And I would mention that the prices compared to a year ago, it was significant drop by around 9 to 8% in Polish currency. No big changes regarding our product portfolio. We still are focusing on our key markets and key products like commodity grades amber, the premium grades for the book grades is Munken, and as well coated grades G and Arctic. Regarding the geographical market structure, no big changes. We are so focused in Europe. We see that Europe is our domestic market, and we would like to offer a high quality service for our European customers, and especially to the customers located in Scandinavia, means 10%, Poland 17%, and 22% to Germany, which is the biggest single market. All these three elements, Scandinavia, Poland, Germany, is more than close to 50% of our market. And unfortunately, due to weak of German economy, which is already the fifth quarter in a row with no GDP growth, it seems that our sales in Germany is a little bit lower compared to our expectation. Due to very high logistic costs, we already decided to minimize our sales outside of Europe. And during Q1 was only 1%, which was sold mainly to the Mediterranean countries. No big changes regarding the customer structure. Our key groups are printing houses in all countries. Then we are trying to achieve and to offer our product to small and medium-sized printers across Europe using the distribution channels offered by the merchants. And also we have a direct access to publishers to convince them to choose our paper to produce high-quality books for European customers. It's also important to emphasize that quarter by quarter we have a much better contact with the brand owners from the premium product, and they are more interested to produce printing material, promotion materials on the high-quality paper. Then, regarding the pulp, already our Rottneros group has presented their result 2 weeks ago, and also Lennart Eberle, the CEO of the group, has explained some turbulences which we had in production process due to the winter in Sweden. From the packaging sector, we have a slowly grow regarding the packaging rates. We are producing close to 12,000 tons per year of premium packaging grade dedicated for food and other industries. There are two key elements, two key brands. This Munken Kraft, which is uncoated packaging product produced in Kostrzyn and in Munkedals. And also we have growing sales of the G-Flex Mat, which is a coated, one-side coated packaging product for multi-products. I would like also make some comments regarding the development of the power segment. We have a very efficient but different energy setup for each of the units. For Munkedal, for example, we have a hydropower plant. We have also the multi-fuel boiler to have incineration of the waste material. We are able to use sometimes low gas prices to run the power plant and to produce steam for the production process. Also, we are buying green energy for the Swedish national grid, similar like in Grycksbo. The Grycksbo mill is connected to the biomass because all heat energy needed for production process is produced based on the biomass from the local forests. For the Kostrzyn site, we are running mainly on the gas. This is the natural gas from the local sources in Poland, and we are able to produce the surplus of the energy. It means that this unit is fully supplied from local gas production, so local energy production, and also the surplus of the energy is sold to the Polish grid. Recently, we are close to finish our biggest project regarding the solar installation. Then on the screen, you can see the solar farm with this total capacity of close to 17 megawatts. The photos has been done a week ago, and this installation will be ready to operate, ready to produce energy by beginning of June. Then we have also additional land, which we would like to use for the next step of our energy generation. It will be the 9 megawatt installation ready by spring next year. It means that by the beginning of next year, Kostrzyn total PV generation will be over 25 megawatts. Recently, We signed a contract with a Swedish partner to establish and to connect in our Swedish mills, Munkedals and Grycksbo, the battery storage energy system, and to offer grid services to Svenska kraftnät. We would like to use some experience from the Swedish market and to offer the same services to the Polish grid operator in 2026. Just to emphasize the financial result of Q1 this year. This is the third year regarding the results, and this is another quarter when the group is able to deliver and to present over 100 million Polish zlotys as a EBITDA on quarterly basis, which is quite good result. And it seems that even next quarter will be also on the positive side. The combination, the natural hedge between the pulp and paper sector, is also the tool to stabilize the financial results and to offer the stabilized result to our investors. As already mentioned, we have a very good balance sheet. We have a no net debt, and we are able to offer a dividend and also to finance our capex. Shareholder meeting is planned in the 29th of May, and then we expect that shareholder meeting will decide about the dividend of 1 zloty per share. It will be paid in July this year. Then I also emphasize that this year we have a significant project regarding the bioenergy in Sweden. There is ongoing project to build a biopellet installation in Grycksbo. It will be ready by mid of next year. Right, that was a short summary of the result Q1, and I'm open to give you the answer for questions. Thanks.
Thank you so much for the presentation here, and I think we jump straight ahead to the first question here. The net debt increased from Q4 2023 to Q1 2024. Is that related to investments or delayed operational cash flow?
Is related to the capex, partly to delay of the investments.
Thank you. What is the purpose of keeping control of Rottneros? Is it a diversification in the business and keeping the 4P strategy, or do you think that Arctic Paper eventually could shift out it to shareholders and keep a minor part?
No, I think that this is a so-called natural hedge, because it's quite also important to emphasize that Rottneros is a producer of high-quality pulp for special application. Close to 50% of the output from Rottneros and Vallvik mills are dedicated for the special application outside of the packaging and paper business. And from our perspective, we see this as a natural hedge. Sometimes a better business environment for paper production, sometimes better environment for the pulp production. By the combination of these two segments, which are in most cases in the different business cycle, we are able to stabilize the results. And based on these two segments, pulp and paper, 3 years ago, we decided to develop packaging and power, means additional 2P to our existing product. And this was the background to create 4P strategy. From one side, the power is needed to run pulp mills, needed to run paper mills, and as well needed to run packaging equipment. But as well, packaging could be the next part of the value chain in the process. That some pulp could be used for packaging, and some paper could be used for packaging. And this is the natural combination. We have no plan regarding to selling the share of Rottneros. We have a plan to even to increase cooperation. And such kind of example of the cooperation is our joint venture project. This project, Costume Packaging, is a joint venture 50-50 between Arctic and Rottneros to establish in Costume, close to German border, a brand new molded pulp trays packaging line, production line, and will be close to 100 million pieces per year. And this new environmental friendly packaging product will be dedicated mainly for Germany. That is a combination to use the knowledge and R&D activities created by Rottneros Packaging during the last years, and also to use this location close to the German market and to offer good product with very short logistic distance to the German clients.
Thank you. It seems like the power division is ramping up, and what kind of overall margins can we expect from the divisions in 2025 and forward?
Power looks quite promising, and looking for the volatility of the energy prices across Europe. Sometimes, even now, during this conference, we see that energy prices in the Sweden is zero. Yesterday, it was 40 euros per megawatt hour. And it means that we see a lot of opportunities to develop. And the expected contribution, expected profitability on the power is between 30 to 50%, which is significantly higher compared to paper or pulp.
Thank you. What specific measures is Arctic Paper taking to address the challenges you predict for 2024?
2024 is the big challenge from my perspective is to find the optimal balance between maximizing capacity utilization, but as well to defend profitability. That my goal is to, as I mentioned, to keep operating rate over 80 to 85%, but as well to defend and to maintain our profitability.
Thank you. Can you provide some examples of your progress in efficiency and cost reduction that you have achieved over the past year?
Yeah, one of the example is a new product, Amber Terra. This is a product which has been created by our engineers, and by using different processes, we were able to reduce fiber content by 2% and to replace by the calcium carbonate. And it seemed that was significant improvement regarding raw materials cost. Recently, we have a plan to make some investment in Munkedas regarding the process to be able to reduce energy consumption by additional 1.5%. Maybe 1.5% is not a huge, but if you just calculate how big energy consumer is the paper mill and how much paper is produced on the annual basis, it gives a really significant savings.
Thank you. Moving on to the last question here. How is Arctic Paper balanced between paper and pulp, and how is the balance expected to shift in the future?
Today, if you are just looking for the average for the last 2 years, I think that paper is contributing close to 60% of the EBITDA, pulp is close to 40%. Our goal, which is already well defined in our 4P strategy, is come to this close to 25% pulp contribution to the EBITDA by 2030, 30% from paper, 30% from power, and then remaining part from packaging, just to stabilize the result and just to avoid any turbulences regarding different business cycles for different segments.
Thank you so much for the presentation here today and answering our questions, and thank you all for tuning in. Have a nice week.
Thank you very much. All the best.